Hi, thanks for joining me. I am making a thinking of you card. I found this super adorable print and cut image on the Cricut Design Space. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. This is from Lori's Garden, and I will put the number of the image here below, so if you want to look at it, but it's a print and cut image. I'm using a peach card base, and then I'm using, this is one of the scraps I had. It's called Pink Paisley Fruit Stand, and the back of it is watermelon. I'm actually going to save this piece because I have an idea for a scrapbook layout for that. This is very intricate, so I'm going to suggest that you make sure you put in a fresh needle, or you have a fresh needle in your Cricut machine. It's not a card that's like you've never seen before. You've seen these on Pinterest or wherever you go, I'm sure of it, as far as the design goes. But I just wanted to share this image with you. I just think it's so cute. All right, so this is just cream colored cardstock. I believe it's 85-pound weight. And then these are the squares that I got off that Pink Paisley paper. So I'm going to glue those together. And I'm going to pop up the cream colored one. The squares are 2 by 2 and 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. Now I have seen in the different designs that you can use for these have been a little bit smaller, where there is more room in between. But I like what's happening with this one, so I'm not gonna make it too much smaller than this. This is a really pretty design of a card as well. One thing you have to be careful when putting these together is that you are lining them all up correctly so that they're even on the top and even on the bottom. I'm also going to be using some Cardz TV stamps. I'll show you here in a minute. And this is going to go pretty quickly. All right, I've got a piece of foam adhesive. I got this off of Amazon, and I'm using it up like crazy. Just going to stick that on the back. I'm going to do that for all 4 of these pieces. I want to pop it up just a little bit. I mean, this isn't that thick, and if you wanted it thicker, you could definitely double it up or triple it up or however you want to do. I just wanted a little dimension, not a lot. All right, I'm going to peel this back. And I'm not going to push down on it. I'm literally just going to eyeball it like so, and then once they're all laid down, I'll give it a little push and see. So I've got a little space in between here, enough here, and enough here that looks even. And then I also want to, I'll use my mat to make sure that it's even here. This is a Cricut mat, by the way. Saw this at Michael's, and I needed a new mat desperately. Mine was so stained, and it started to warp, which was weird. It wasn't a Cricut mat, it was another brand. Can't remember what kind, but just a typical, craft mat or sewing mat or whatever. All right, so that's going to go right here. I think I want to move this one over just a little bit. It's not too late. Yeah, there we go. And I'm actually thinking these need to be moved up a little bit because there's not enough space down here. That's why you don't want to push down too hard when you're first doing this. If you're using glue, glue's fine too. You can maneuver it around until the glue dries. Okay, bring that up just a little bit more. A little bit more on this one too. I'm feeling it like it's kind of tearing, so I must have leaned on it a little bit too hard, but we're going to cover that up. This is going in my stash. I like to have just cards on hand if something comes up. Okay, that's good. That came up with no problem. Now that looks more even. All right, let's put this on. If you wanted to, you could cut little pieces of your foam adhesive, or if you have little foam dots, you could put that on the back of this as well and pop this up. But I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. I'm loving these peach colors lately. I know peach is more like spring, and we're here in the summertime in California right now, but for some reason I've got the peach thing on the brain. All right, let's move this around so that it looks like it's not hanging crooked. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's just adorable. Let's go ahead and stamp the inside. I just want to show you how cute that is. Put my lid on my glue here. All right, so this is the stamp set. It's called Bigger Everyday Sayings, and I literally never put this away. It's always on my desk when I'm making cards. I'm going to be using Color Box pigment ink for the inside. Pigment ink takes a little bit longer to dry, so don't close up the card right away if you're deciding to use this. This is like a coral color, and I thought it looked pretty good for this, but I went a little bit darker on the inside so that you could see what it says. I normally just use my Memento black ink, but I thought I'd do something a little different this time. I love the size of this, and I love the font. And there you go. Well, let's do this. Let's put a different color on here and see. I can get a little darker. I just don't want to use black. Okay, that looks good. Look how crisp that is. All right, let's go ahead and put that inside the card. I'm going to cover this up so I don't set anything on top of it. One thing I do need to do is change the blade in my Fiskars paper trimmer because it's starting to shred a little. So if you're experiencing that problem, just change your blade. Okay, so I'm going to open this up and set this on the inside. Oh, nice. I don't know why I have to turn it sideways like that. It's funny, but I do. Making sure all my corners are put down. There, I got myself a thinking of you card. Isn't that absolutely adorable? Oh, one second. I hope I can do this now without messing up the inside. I forgot about my buttons. I wanted to add some really pretty pale blue tiny buttons. If you're wondering where I get my buttons, I typically get them at Joann's. Where I've moved, they do not have a Joann's close by. It's about 40-45 minutes without traffic. So I'm glad I've stocked up on buttons before I moved there. Oh yeah, the buttons really add something. Like that a lot. All right, now I'm done. Any questions or comments, please do so in the comment section, and I'll get back to you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.